It's really quite simple. It's kind of like... Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's right, while waiting till the middle of a cold, dark night. When everything's a little clearer in the light of day. And we know the night is always gonna be here anyway. Thinking of you's working up my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together, making sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight.
You guys have it, I think.
Afternoon delight.
I don't know, Ron. That sounds kind of crazy.
Sounds like you have mental problems, man.
Yeah, you got mental problems, man.
Yeah, it really does.
Man.
Afternoon delight. Oh, gotta make a phone call. Gotta pick this up. Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Released in 2004 and is directed by Adam McKay, who's behind such films like Talladega Nights, Anchorman 2, The Other Guys, Step Brothers, and The Big Short. And this film has an all-star comedic cast of Will Ferrell, Christina Applegate, Paul Rudd, Steve Carell, David Koechner, and Fred Willard. It's the 1970s, and Ron Burgundy is the most famous anchorman in all of San Diego. So famous that him and his news team can really do whatever they want and say whatever they want on television. But that is all about to change when the network hires news reporter Veronica Corningstone to provide some diversity to the newsroom. So now Ron and his news team have to figure out how they're going to cope with this new thing that the network is implementing called diversity, which I believe is an old wooden ship used back in the Civil War era. Just one of these stupid, memorable lines that everyone quotes. And the best part about that line is that Steve Carell's character is sitting right next to him and he's just nodding in agreement. I get a smile on my face whenever I watch this movie. For me personally, this is a movie that me and my friends just idolized growing up. My entire team of friends just went to the theater that day and we just cracked up during the entire thing. But not only does it serve great memories for me, this is just a memorable comedic film. And I'm gonna try my best not to make this whole thing just me quoting the movie. I don't know how to say this, but kind of a big deal. People know me. I have many leather-bound books. I'm gonna try. But this movie came out soon after Will Ferrell left the Saturday Night Live stage, and I think this movie is the thing that really put the name Will Ferrell on the map, because this movie transcended the movie theater. Ron Burgundy was everywhere. Ron Burgundy was making cameo appearances at award shows. He was actually in some newsrooms. Will Ferrell would do hour-long interviews as Ron Burgundy. This was Will Ferrell at his peak, and that's absolutely a compliment, but as his career went forward after Anchorman, I don't think it ever really captured the impact that this movie did. Because his stupid, idiotic humor, it was fresh, it was new at this time, and it was a breath of fresh air. Robin Williams was the big comedic actor for a time, and then all of a sudden, early to mid-90s, we had Jim Carrey come forward. We were looking for the next big comedic star. And here comes Will Ferrell with this gem. The story about a narcissistic anchorman that is just dumb as shit. It's a brilliant idea, and his dedication to the idiocracy and just the stupidity that is Ron Burgundy is stellar. He is fully committed in each scene, and you know that there is so much stuff that was left on the cutting room floor. Because every scene that he is in, I'm sure that he just has hours and hours and hours of improv lines. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ow now, brown cow. Ow now, Ow now, brown cow. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. That was our newest news reporter, Veronica Corningstone. And may I just add, she's really great. I'd also like to add that we are currently dating, and she's quite a handful in the bed. Well, for all of us here at the Channel 4's news team, you stay classy, San Diego. Uh-oh. I think I might be in trouble on that one. Baxter, what was that? You pooped in the refrigerator? And you ate a whole wheel of cheese? Actually, I'm not even mad. That's amazing. Good old King Maxwell, who hasn't made an appearance in a long time. He really liked Anchorman as well. Isn't that right, Max? Aw. Oh, he is. He is lovey tonight. Got him his little bow tie. Isn't he a nice little gentleman? Yes, hello. Say hi to the people. Yeah. You know, what's cool about King Maxwell is that he's actually a polydactyl, so he has these extra thumbs, these extra claws. They're really cool. Oh, he's the best bud, though. Love him to death. He's our oldest. And, oh, he's the best cat. Gets along with everyone. Oh, the neighborhood cats. Oh, the cats in the house. We'll see how long it can go until he wants to get down. This is actually weird. He doesn't usually stay for this long. Hi. Oh, hi, buddy. I love you. I love you so much. He is purring like crazy. But what's also great about this movie is the stellar supporting cast that he has. In particular, Steve Carell. I think this was a breakout role for him. Brick Tamlin, who is our weatherman and has an IQ of 48, and years later will be discovered that he is mentally retarded. He probably steals the entire movie from Will Ferrell at points. I don't know what we're yelling about! Oh, I'm sorry. Loud noises. I heard their periods attract bears. Bears smell the menstruation. And you think Ron Burgundy's humor is stupid? Steve Carell, Brick, it's in a whole other atmosphere. Paul Rudd does an amazing job as Brian Vantana, the Cologne Man, the guy who introduced the world to Sex Panther. It's illegal in 9 countries. They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time it works. Every time. Brian, I'm gonna be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline. And David Koechner, I think he does a serviceable job. His character idolizes Ron Burgundy and has some kind of homosexual feelings and tendencies towards Ron. And Christina Applegate, I only knew her from Married with Children, where she played the ditzy teenage daughter, and she didn't really have that meaty, that important of a role on that show. Oh, are we getting down? Maximus? Are we leaving? All right. King Maximus left us. But she has the biggest challenges. She is a woman in a man's world trying to infiltrate it and trying to achieve her dream of becoming a news anchor. And yes, she and Ron melodramatically fall in love, and those dreams kind of get pushed on the back end because they're madly in love with each other. Up until the moment in the film when Ron Burgundy misses a newscast. And this was the moment in the theater when I first saw this that I could not stop laughing for 10 minutes afterward. Ron Burgundy is driving on the highway, gets tired of the burrito he's eating, chucks it out the window, and it hits a motorcyclist. He wipes out, and he's so angry, so detained that he just wants to destroy something that Ron Burgundy loves. Well, I love poetry. I love a good glass of scotch. And of course, my friend Baxter here. And the motorcyclist picks him up and just punts him off the bridge. It's so obvious that it's a stuffed animal dog, but I lost it. It's surprising to me how funny this movie is still today. And also kind of how relevant this idea of an idiotic news reporting channel that hires people that kind of say whatever they want without checking their sources, and we as the consumers believe it. You see it all the time on Fox News. If you go onto your Twitter feed or your Facebook feed, you see all these clickbait articles that say, oh, so-and-so is pregnant. Oh, so-and-so dropped out of this movie. And we as the gullible consumer, we click on those hoping to find some answers. And we typically don't check out these websites, or we don't check out the sources that these news anchors are giving us. So we can read anything on the internet, we can be told anything on the television, and more than likely, we're not going to check your sources, so what do we care? We will more than likely believe you. Or if you provide excellent sources, just us in our arrogance and determination to go against you, we'll just say, they're full of shit. The news, such a funny animal, because newsrooms can paint politics and news in the world however they want. And we on our side only know so much that, yeah, sure, we're probably gonna buy it. So in a way, this film presenting this character in this stupid, idiotic way is actually kind of brilliant. It's a social commentary on the power within the newsroom and who they decide to put in front of the camera. That mixed in with a West Side Story brawl. Which when we get to that moment in the film when all 5 of these news teams just meet up in this circle West Side Story style and they just break into a huge ass free-for-all. You know that it's kind of going off the rails, but you're having such a great time in the movie that you just keep going. Wow, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand. And you know, it's surprising for me because typically I like a good meaty story and believable characters in any of my films. Dramas, actions, comedies. I want them to be believable and somewhat intelligent. Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy is the complete opposite of that. Everyone is stupid in their own right. But I think part of the reason why I love it, and part of the reason why the majority of people love it, is that you can just tell that all of these actors are having a blast on screen. You can tell when the story, when the arcs kind of get thrown off to the wayside and we're just doing this just to have fun. But you can't help but smile and have a good time at that. Because how many times does a drama, does a romantic comedy, does a comedy, does an action film get bogged down with these oversimplified and over-serious plots? Kind of nice just going into a film, just knowing that you can completely turn your brain off and just be 100% entertained. So guys, in the end, Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy is one of my favorite comedies ever. This is Will Ferrell at his comedic best, and he has a tremendous supporting cast behind him. Steve Carell almost steals the entire movie, Paul Rudd is great, Christina Applegate, David Koechner is kind of the serviceable one, but he has some great political lines in there. It's Anchorman! Not Anchor Lady, and that is a scientific fact. You know what's really sad about that line is that line is used by men in this world who are angry that a woman has a higher position in a company than they do. It's editor, not editress, and that is a scientific fact. I'm a man and I have rats. Oh, silly people. On almost every level, it's completely stupid, but then on some meta level, it's genius social commentary. I definitely recommend checking this out if you've never seen it before, and if you saw it many years ago, check it out again. Majority of the jokes hold up to this day. And for me, it just brought back so many great memories. So you know what? I'm going to give Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy 4 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good.
Alright everyone, so now comes my favorite part in my videos where I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next, and this is a recommendation coming from one of my subscribers on YouTube, Disney65Fan. She's been a long-time subscriber, she has her own channel where she does little tiny movie reviews. I definitely recommend you check her out, and if you like what she's doing, give her the subscribe. And she gave me a whole list of films to watch. Of course, I can't do them all in one sitting, we kind of got to break it up for other people that recommend movies, but Disney65Fan, your first film on that list was the movie Enchanted, which is a movie I have not seen before, and I currently do not own, but I'm sure I can find it very easily. A movie that I have wanted to see since it came out. I know Amy Adams is in there, James Marsden, the guy from Grey's Anatomy, who was also in Transformers 3, I can never remember that dude's name. But I know this is a modern take on the Disney princess cliche, where your standard 2D Disney princess gets transported to the real world, and I think New York City. I think that's just a brilliant concept. I'm pretty sure this is Disney, so why not have a little parody of the tropes that you've created over the decades? So I'm really excited to finally check it out. Thank you very much, Disney65Fan. You're the best. Keep watching. Anyone else that have any suggestions or recommendations of films that maybe you love or maybe you hate that you want me to review on here, please leave a comment down below or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, my Twitter. Leave your recommendation there and I'll give you a shout out here on the channel. So everyone, have you seen Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, please comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And when you're done commenting, please like and subscribe to my channel so you know the next time I post my next movie review. So everyone, I will see you next time with my movie review of Enchanted. So on behalf of myself and of course King Maxwell here, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys. Say bye, Max. Bye. Yeah, he said bye.